Okay, so I had some problems with my recording. I had approximately 30 minutes of footage that is missing the audio, so that's why I'm re-recording the hand history reviews of the hands that got lost. So I think I finished this tournament, and this is the next one. Checking here is probably fine, I think. Betting might be okay also. Definitely calling a min bet. Checking turn, I think is okay. I don't think our opponent has a queen very often when he checks the turn. He limped pre-flop, so I don't think he has ace king. So I think the main hand to worry about here is medium kings like king 10, king 9, maybe king jack, and any other king we are splitting with, so I think we should call here. So he did have a queen, but I think it's an okay call. I would just min raise, but 46 is okay, I think. And I'm calling this 3-bet shove. Well played. This is a fold. And I'm folding king 10 off against 3x. Probably folding against min raise also, I think. King 6 off is a good fold. I'm not sure if we should shove this or min raise, but I think it's okay to just shove it when there's only one big stack to worry about, and all the other stacks are 8 turn adjusted big blinds deep. It's actually more marginal than I thought it would be, but still think it's best to shove here. Ranges look okay, I think. This is a good fold. I think we should shove this if it would have been folded to us, but now we have to fold. And folding Jack-9 suited would have been a shove, but not Jack-9 off. King-8 suited, I think it's kind of close, but I think it's best to shove. Again, it's closer than I thought, so folding is not really a big mistake, I think. It's probably okay to fold, so I don't really think this is a big mistake. We have to play pocket jacks here. Shove is good here. I think min-raise is good here also. Definitely not shoving. I'm probably just folding also if big blind is a reg who will 3-bet a lot. Other than that, I think it's a good hand to open for a min-raise. Checking behind here. And just folding to a min-bet here, I think. I think it's kind of ugly when player who has been passive opens for 3x. So I'm not really entirely sure about this spot, but let's try to do advanced hand. I think his range is pretty strong. Probably any pair. He probably should min-raise the biggest pairs, but I'm not sure if he's going to. Might be some kind of range like this, but might be a bit different also. Okay, so Ace-10 seems to be a good fold here. Actually, his calling range will probably be a bit bigger also. Maybe something like that. So it seems to be a good fold. I think we are shoving any two cards here profitably if he's not a reg. I don't think we have to remove a lot of hands until it becomes any two cards. Probably even with like 30%. If our opponent is going to fold a bit too much, then I think we can shove any two here. But if he's a reg, I would put him on close to Nash range. I think we should at least flat call. Flat call or 3-bet shove is our two best options, I think. But I'm not entirely sure which one of them is best. We don't really have any sample size either, but if he's opening a lot from, if he's stealing a lot from the button three-handed, then I think we can shove. And if it's a bit tighter, then I think we can probably just flat call. And shoving this also. I think this is going to be a shove against any player. Yeah, seems like it. You're not going to meet many players who will call more than this, I think. Not much more, at least. This could be close to a shove, actually. Maybe it's a bit too weak, though. I think Queen 7 suited we are definitely shoving. Queen 7 or Queen 8. Okay, so it was a bit tighter than I thought, but so it seems to be a good fold here. It wouldn't be a big mistake to shove, as you can see, but folding seems to be the best play. And shoving this. We double up. I'm not sure what happened to his nick there. So I will probably min-raise any 2 cards first hand of heads up. I'm not going to talk too much about the heads up because I don't really think I'm that solid in heads up. I did definitely improve a lot from my coaching with Arnimetsa. I think we are c-betting this flop. And now I think it's best used to call. Reaper is kind of ugly, I think. I think it's probably a close spot. We need to win 25% of the time to call. I think we are probably getting the right odds to call here. I do think it's close though, so I'm not entirely sure. Going to see about this. Betting the third is good, I think. Because he would probably bet himself if he had a king, then he's going to have some outs for the river. So it's best to not let him have those outs for free. Checking behind is probably good here. When he's limping a lot, I think we can also attack his limps with even with 10 jack off. So I might raise like to 3x here, but checking behind is good also. Also I'm not really sure if attacking his limp here is a good play, but I might do it myself. Checking this flop is, yeah, I think it's good. We don't really like our straight draw when there's a mono board. If it would have been like this and rainbow, then I think we can probably bet. When he has limped pre-flop. Now I think we are just folding. Because it's a mono board, so yeah. Shoving this was a hand I'm not entirely sure about also. If min-raise or shove is best. Because at this stack this is one of the best hands to shove. Like small pairs and weak aces will be good to shove, I think. Min raise is also an option. So this was definitely not a mistake to shove. Actually, I think probably against this kind of opponent I like min raising. And if it's someone you think is a good player, then I like shoving more. I think this is kind of on the edge. It's like it's okay to open and it's okay to fold also, I think. I think ace 8 or ace 9 off would be my weakest aces to open here. Offsuit. I think folding is probably okay. With two limps in front. I actually like folding here because if we just limp, then someone is going to raise behind us very often, and we are going to have to fold. And if we, first of all, these players are limping in an early position, so I think they have pretty good ranges, pretty strong ranges, I mean. So I think it's good to just fold here. I would probably call if it was small blind opening, min raising. Against button, I think it's best to just fold. I'm going to fold this. Folding this. And here we are shoving, I think. Definitely. Nice hand. This is the kind of spot that is really annoying to miss, but I think you will probably call here if you had looked at it more closely. It's only 10 chips to call, of course, and there is 346 in the pot, so we can't fold anything. This seems like a good shove, actually. This guy is a reg, so I'm just going to put nice range on him. I would put slightly tighter range on this guy, I think. He has 8 big blinds. It's probably close to this. I would shove at least King 5 off here. Queen 10 off. I think this is a shove also. It was more marginal than I thought, so when it's that close to break even, then I don't think it's a mistake to fold. This is going to be slightly tighter. Even when he's a reg, I think. I think it would have been a good shove, but it's not a big mistake to fold. I'm shoving this also, I think. This one is a bit clearer than the previous one. I think we can. When it's this tight, then I think folding is probably good. If it would have been this guy though, and or some other reg, then I think we should call. Not really sure how tight range to give him. Maybe 40% will be okay. It seems to be a good fold. He might be slightly more. It's probably a close spot, I think. But I think it's good. I think it's good to fold against really tight player. There's only 16 hands here, of course. I still think it's okay to fold. Calling wouldn't have been bad either. Maybe calling is a bit better, but folding is not bad, I think. Definitely shoving Queen Jack off here. I think the ranges are okay. Maybe a bit tighter actually. I think this is a shove also. Nice shove, I think. Yep. Good fold. Good shove. Good shove here also. Going to fold this. Jack 8 suited is going to be a good shove here. And you can pretty much always shove at least as much as the Nash chart is saying. So here you would look at the Nash chart and see if it's more than 5 big blinds to shove in the small blind. I do that sometimes against dregs if I'm not sure if I should shove or not. Of course, when there is ICM, then when there's a lot of ICM pressure, then you should adjust your ranges based on that. If you're a big stack into a smaller stack, then you can shove wider. If you're a small stack into bigger stack, then you have to be tighter, especially on the bubble and 500, things like that. Definitely shoving Jack 8 suited against any opponent. I don't think we are shoving any 2 cards here. It's going to be like 70% if we make this guy tighter. It's actually close to any two cards if this is a good range. It might be too tight. I would shove at least. If it's a reg, of course, then this is going to be a good range. Against unknowns, I would probably shove around 70%. Actually, maybe any two cards is good against an unknown, especially if it seems to be on the tight side. Shoving this. So I'm going to end this video here, and here you have some Inception or something to look at. So I hope this has been useful, and yeah, thanks for everyone who has been watching, and if you have any comments on hands you think should be played differently than I thought, then please leave a comment.